Is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
What is up, everyone? Trying to make sure I got the right screen up so I can share it.
Told you he didn't say that, Tasha. You were wrong. You said
Hey.
everybody.
What is up, everyone? Everybody. I say what is up, not what up. Tasha, come on. How's everyone doing? We good?
Good.
Hell of a turnout so far. We still got people piling in. A nice registration, so we should have a packed house. I made sure that Mike increased the limit on here, or at least he says he did.
I actually increased it. I actually did.
Oh, you did?
You actually did it?
I did it.
Good,
Very
because
nice.
last time we had 100 people capped.
And then 100 people pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's why you should always show up early.
Yeah. Exactly. Mike, did you get your second drink? I just want to make sure we're good, right?
No,
No, we're not good?
we're good.
All right. So how's everyone doing? Everyone doing local? GMB? Everyone down to get some more clients? Or Jordan, what was that question you got earlier about PPL?
We are going to go over some things with client getting about lead gen. So some of you are doing lead gen only. We'll help make sure that's covered tonight.
And just so everyone knows, Jordan has a huge mix of. Would you say you do more PPL or local client stuff?
No, I still do. I still have a pretty good mix. I still have clients that have been with me for like 7 years. So I still, especially in local area too. Once we kind of go into the training a little bit, we'll cover some of the things that I'm doing for local here.
Yeah. So basically, in this webinar, Jordan's going to cover how to get clients. A cool tactic that's pretty badass that I had never heard of. Maybe some people in here had, but I hadn't because I don't. I just go to Jordan if I need GMB help. But to help rank them. So back to the PPL versus client. I mean, to get the PPL people, I still consider that like a client. They're just
client.
paying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 100%. PPL client work. It's the same shit.
So
and just real quick, just so I can get an idea, just give me a quick one if you're doing client work.
No one's do say client or PPL. We don't.
Yeah, client or PPL.
That'll get you kicked. Both. Yeah.
Both.
Either
Both.
client. Yeah.
Both.
So
PPL,
just so everyone knows and gets in the right mindset. If you're going out and you're landing clients, same process to go out and land PPL clients. If you're ranking GMBs, it's essentially the same process. You just have more control with PPL because you can't change the business name if it's for a client. But it's the same process. So anything that can be used for client can be used for SEO. From issuing a quote, cold calling, ranking them, setting up the GMB, linking, citations, all that shit. It's all the same. So just like all of SEO is essentially the same. The only differentiation is like maybe some difference between local and national. Local keyword versus national.
There's a bit of difference, but one thing is, how aggressive you are and how you judge your risk tolerance if you're doing it for someone else versus yourself.
Exactly.
But you should monetize every damn thing that you can.
Yep. Yeah. Jordan, do you have any PPL like people that also pay like a monthly retainer? Like then you sell them extra leads?
Yeah, so it depends. So if someone has a single location, especially because one of the biggest questions I get asked is, hey, I want to get ranked in my city, but I do service other cities in the metro. So a good way to kind of get in the door, even with lead gen, is, ranking their current property and then asking, what other cities are you trying to target? And then you can kind of go into that way of saying, well, let's do this. Let's sell you per call, or let's sell you per closed sale in these other cities. There's no cost to you. Let me take care of all that risk for you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, don't pay until, I'm getting leads. Or put up a small, like, skin in the game type thing, which usually I might waive.
I will say do not, but I will also say if you haven't done business with them before, don't do the JV that's you setting up everything and paying for everything and then, I can sell it.
Yeah, I only waive it. I only waive it if they're already a client, and paying me to rank.
Don't waive it to a new person. Make them put skin in the game if it's a joint venture.
Yep, always. I've seen way too many people get screwed over from that.
All right. Without
So,
further ado, should we jump in?
no?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
I
Who is
felt so.
Jordan?
So just to give you a little introduction about myself, my name is Jordan Pierce. Been in local SEO primarily for a little over 11 years now. I first started out advertising locksmiths and auto glass companies, other more emergency services in Yellow Pages. And it got me launched into Google Maps when I had a couple clients saying, hey, a lot of my listings that are in the Yellow Pages are now showing up on Google Maps. So that's what really got me launched into this thing they call Google Maps. I currently hold over 75 three-pack listings across 30 different categories across the US. Also a couple areas in Canada and Australia as well. Around April of this year, I did launch a local course called GMB Master Academy. You guys can check out gmbmasteracademy.com. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
If I can get rid of this question box, I will. There we go.
So,
Also, everyone, I know I mentioned it in the email. I'm sure you all read those. But we do have a huge announcement at the end that you're not going to want to miss out on. So just so you know, like, stay on, please, if at all possible.
all right, so let's go ahead and jump over. So one of the biggest things that I always hear from a lot of marketers that are in doing SEO is kind of going in at a different angle. So go ahead and jump on to the next one, Brad. You know, we want to look at SEO as a tactic, not a standalone product. So what do I mean by that? SEO should be a method that you're using to bring more leads to your clients. You should be looking at local marketing as one big package. So don't just look at SEO. That shouldn't be your first end of the door. With any type of SEO, when you're first getting them, like on that first page rankings, you really need to look at all aspects. You know what? I've seen so many sites, Brad, and I'm sure I've seen a lot. Mike's seen a lot of sites that are, you know, top of page one, but they're just not converting whatsoever.
We
so
have
you
clients
really
like
need
that.
Saying my sites don't convert. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
They do. I make Mike's landing pages so they convert.
Yeah. So the biggest thing for me, I'm a huge data nerd. Like I love seeing what is converting. So that means making sure that we have a big call to action. If your client isn't closing any sales, there's a huge problem if they're on the top of page one.
It's either their site or their them, because I've heard shitty calls.
And it's a lot of times it's just their site, you know, and that's why there's a lot of different services out there, like things like heat maps that you can actually go in there and really be able to see, you know, what's closing. So you just want to make sure that when you are bringing your clients to that page one, that you're looking at all aspects. You know, what is it about their site that's not converting? So SEO doesn't just stop at page one. It's a whole package.
How many of you focus on conversions when you're doing SEO or you're doing local, whatever you want to call it? Or are you just kind of, I'm just ranking these people and that's up to them? Because I hear a lot of that from certain people. I don't need to worry about this.
You know what
Horrible way to
happens?
freaking think about it.
You know what happens when you think like that? You lose the client at some point.
Yeah,
Right.
you end up not sticking around. So, and it's amazing to me how much I hear, well, they weren't converting and that's not my problem. So yeah, okay. It's not your problem. Yeah. Win for them, like Mary says, or bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a lot of you saw me floating a question around different groups, and that was, you know, where is your agency ranked? How many of you currently have a website for your agency and a GMB listing?
Post yes or no for your SEO agency, SEO, digital marketing, whatever you want to call it. Yes or no?
50-50 so far.
Yeah. A lot of yeses. With all these yeses, do you take it seriously, or do you kind of, it's just sitting there like my site, which
I'm guilty. I don't take it seriously.
Yeah, which I haven't told Jordan. I think it's still up at like number 3 for my city SEO, but the map pack's on top of it. Jordan, I need to get one of those maps. You know,
You do.
one of those map thingies.
And for those of you that said no, I mean, why not? Why aren't you practicing what you preach? I've always been something that says, you know, clients want to see examples. If a client says, hey, you know, where are you ranking? If you look in Salt Lake City SEO, you know, you may find me, or you may find me in another city. I mean, it's so important that you, if you're going after a client for local, you need to be in that map pack. There's no reason why you shouldn't be on the first page.
Yeah, and Mary said back burner, which is exactly what happened to mine, you know, and I'm sure it's what happened to a lot of people in here. But yeah, work on it if you can. We're getting ready to launch a 3-city, tri-state website for local SEO. So yeah, I'm putting the money where the mouth is now. I spent all day building that out, building out a whole site. So better pay off, Jordan, your t-shirts.
Yeah. No, and it's not only that. I hear this all the time too. People are like, well, I'm too busy with clients. I guarantee you have an hour throughout your day to work on your own stuff.
That cuts into my
Or
YouTube
take
time.
an hour out of your freaking time and do
Yep.
it.
Yep. You should be spending at least an hour or two every day working on your own stuff. I don't care
If
what
you're
it is.
UP versus OP, you have time to do that.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on. So one of the things how I started in this business is I actually went after, I had quite a few local locksmiths in San Francisco area. And I also made it a target to go after a lot of different categories. And I only went after my local area. So many agencies want to be number one across the entire country. And it's very, very wrong to do it that way. In the last 11 years, I've lived in California, Kansas City, and now I live in Utah. And every single time that I've moved into a new area, I've always wanted to be the number one marketing company in that area.
Hey, Jordan, I just had a good question, a good rebuttal.
Yeah.
That I think you'd like to address probably. Ranking city SEO is versus other SEOs. Isn't it easier to show proof with just one of the sites in other niches? What's your opinion? Do you think it's difficult to rank city plus SEO?
Yeah, it's
You've never
extremely
been able to.
difficult.
You've never really been able to do it, right? I mean, you had to put a bunch of money into links and press releases and citations.
A lot of links. A lot of links.
How many links to rank the last 2 city plus SEO listings? How many links did you point at it? Ballpark.
Oh my gosh, like 0, I think.
0, like one with a couple, like 3 zeros behind it, or what?
Like 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. Did everyone catch that? Jordan's able to rank.
Katie's right,
my
and the level of difficulty does depend on the competition.
Yeah.
But Jordan's talking about one of the most difficult cities in the U.S. 0 links.
Yeah. If we told you, which I probably don't want to, because his listing will get spammed the shit
We
out.
won't do it.
Yeah. But I mean, 2 big cities, to be honest. That other one's not small, Mike. And he's getting calls from it. But yeah, no links. I still don't believe him, but I need to check the backlink.
Yeah, and a perfect example, I got 2 calls last week for a local area because they saw my listing. Now, yes, they went on Craigslist to find SEO companies first before going to Google, but that's how they find you. Regardless of what it is, they're going to their local area first. So when I say you need to be the master in your area, they shouldn't have to look outside of their own city to find a local company.
Yeah, and a lot of people are asking, was it a ninja tactic or a silver bullet or
No.
whatever?
It was SEO.
Yep, solid on page mainly, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's understanding SEO is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
SEO is exactly the right term. It's SEO.
Yep.
All right, next one. So moving on, so one of the things that I've done in the last 15 years is I've done sales, I've done SEO. When I used to work in telecom, this was probably like 18 years ago, I remember my boss putting a large folder of like 200 pages on my desk. And what it was literally 200 pages all printed out and just slapped it right there and said, start calling these people. He gave me a complete list of all new businesses that opened within the last 30 days and 60 days. And the way he did that, he went to the county clerk's office, got a complete printout, which you can still get printouts today. They're like 20, 30 bucks, depending on how many local businesses there are.
How many, for 20 or 30 bucks around, how many new business openings can you get?
You can probably get about 200.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Are startups worth talking to? I like this question because some people have strong opinions on this.
I love working with
I
startups.
want to see what they have to say. Do you guys think, guys and gals, think startups are worth talking to?
Yes, no, wouldn't give them the time of day. What do you got? It depends.
What does it depend on if you're saying it depends on?
Yeah, Kyle.
Bat wallets required, yes. Funding required. Absolutely. Too many people throw them out the window and don't even look at them.
If they're giving me money, I'll SEO their site. Guarantee that.
And don't just even look at, their wallet is good, but one of my oldest clients is about 7 years old. He started with he was just a one-man shop. Now he has 10 service trucks. So don't, even though, I mean, you really have to look at beyond what they're doing. You have to really look at the growth. You know, if you're going after a pretty small cost per conversion or cost per customer, you're probably not going to want to target or work with them just because they need to have some establishment first. But it's not to say that you can't add them later on.
Those saying no budget is those are the ones that miss out on the opportunity. There are absolutely
that startup that we helped out. Did they have?
They were only $15,000 a month. That contract that was only $15K a month.
But I mean, we had like with that contract, we had to spend like 90% of it on SEO, right?
Oh yeah.
How much money did we spend the first like 3 months? Just
probably $1,000 a month
at most.
So please do not ignore startup companies and companies in certain phases.
So
a lot of people tend to avoid stuff.
A lot of startups are backed by huge companies, like so big that like you wouldn't want to get caught up in a court battle with them or anything like that.
No,
like
I mean, there's a lot of funding too. I mean, the average startup cost, I think I read like a few months ago for the open up a restaurant, is between $150,000 to like $300,000. Those guys have money to invest on advertising rather than just opening up their restaurant. So,
yeah,
great question,
and they need
Mike.
more too. Yeah.
Yep.
Mike asks, okay, your name is good too. Okay, I admit some can have a budget, but some don't. How do you know which do and which don't? It's based on their market and how you price them. If they can't be competitive in their market, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to take them as business because why would I want to fail? I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
And if they don't have the budget to succeed, then I'm going to fail, and I'm not going to do that.
I'll even ask them. Everyone in here like Macklemore, what up? What's your budget? You know. I don't ask that right off the bat, but like 10 minutes in the call. All right, what do you got to spend on marketing? And they'll tell you. They'll have an idea. Well, I can only spend $300. Well, you're not going to get much for that. How about we get you?
We're very honest. I mean, we're not going to take business from someone who can't freaking actually succeed with the budget they have.
If we can't fulfill, if they can't fulfill with their budget, and it's not worth my time to do like $300 a month or whatever, I'll tell them, build up and then come back. But you want to find that out as soon as you can, though.
But let me ask you, Mike, that you asked that question. What is something that you can say to ask without actually asking?
They don't beat around the bush, to be honest.
I just fucking ask, dude.
You can just ask, or what is the average sale for your customer? If your customer is buying a $500 product,
yeah, that's a good way to lead into it.
Without a doubt. Yeah. If they're selling $5 napkins or cups or whatever it is, like.
If you want to be sneaky about it, and that's not sneaky, but that's what I'll call it, is you can find out what their customer's worth and the average conversion rate and things like that. You can start talking about things that the business owner should know. If the business owner doesn't know that, then you can be pretty positive they don't really have the funding and what it takes.
They're not going to be around long. Yeah.
And they don't have a business plan.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a big sign too.
They
can't answer the questions. They do not have it planned out, and they're not going to freaking stick around in the long run.
Mary hit it right on the head. That's exactly where I come. What I say, Mary. just a ballpark figure. What you plan to spend on marketing? I'll preface it with, a lot of times this is kind of a question that I ask gingerly, but did you have a figure in mind? Because I can expand the SEO up to as big as they want, or I can contract it pretty well because we've got the systems in place.
I do want to address Jonathan's question. So
Yeah.
Jonathan asked, do you try to figure out what long tails you can rank for with their budget if they can't come up close to your number? You're coming in at the wrong angle. Don't sell SEO. You really need to start looking at multiple mediums of marketing. If it's something where, like if I get a new GMB client, the first thing I'm going to is their dashboard. That's the very, very first thing, is making sure that that dashboard is filled out 100%. I haven't even talked about their website. I haven't even talked about anything. So you really need to start looking at online marketing as a whole and using that long tail keywords as a strategy to get them more leads. We keep talking about, I want to rank them for easy stuff. Well, you need to look at all aspects. I know people hate AdWords. I love AdWords. AdWords is a great way, depending on the market, an easy way to get them immediate leads as you're doing other marketing.
I like AdWords too, don't you, Mike?
I do.
Yeah.
Look at everything. Facebook is a huge. I mean, there's millions of people on Facebook. If they have something, a product or service that they offer that can be reached on Facebook, I mean, look at that also. Put that into the marketing package. Like, stop just selling SEO. If you don't know how to do AdWords, you don't know how to do Facebook, then find someone in your local area who specializes in that.
Network, and joint venture.
What is it? Network is your net worth? Is that what it is, Mike?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Are we good to go to the next one?
Yep.
Old king of the underground. I think I'm going to start calling you People's Champ, to be honest.
People's Champ.
Yeah, because I mean, you're out of the underground technically. What is this, like your third webinar? I think you're the People's Champ because you're dropping bombs. So we'll just, from now on, everyone, let's just give a People's Champ in the questions. I know Jordan's trying to get on with his presentation and shit, but yeah, yeah, People's Champ.
One thing I always harp on is network. How many of you guys have seen me in other Facebook groups, like SEO Signals Lab or other ones?
When I first met you, I told Mike, I was like, damn, Jordan's in a lot of, like, he's active on Facebook, isn't he? And Mike's like, yeah, he's like that. All right.
So Facebook is a great way.
Oh, shit, did I skip one?
Yeah, we'll go back here in a second.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I didn't even realize it. My bad.
So one thing that's really good too is I'm a part of like maybe 10 to 12 local Utah, like Salt Lake City Facebook groups for small businesses. A lot of people are there saying, hey, I have a new business that should give you a little hint, or, I do web design. I can't say this enough. You guys need to start networking. I try to go to as many groups as I can. There's a huge conference here in Salt Lake City tomorrow that I'm trying to get tickets to. I'm going to try and go there tomorrow. But again, things like that are a great way to network with people. I've found a lot of AdWords pros and other Facebook social pros just from networking alone. I'm not a Facebook guy. If you asked me to do a Facebook ad for you, I would say, hey, I have a guy that can help you. I wouldn't know how to set anything up.
I would say,
I don't know anything about Pixel. I don't know any of that. I know how to go on Facebook and upload some photos and write a couple posts. Like, that's my Facebook level. So, and that comes with, finding local web designers. I was in a group yesterday and someone said, hey, I'm looking for a web designer in this city. And I said, hey, I know a guy over there. It's just simple drops. It's really, I can't say this enough, it's just network. Find a meetup group, that you guys can meet with once a month or once a week. You never know what may actually come out of it. So make a name for yourself. So
shall I go back?
Yeah, go back to the previous slide. So this is a little way that I use to get GMB clients, and that is looking at listings that are unclaimed. Why do you think an unclaimed listing is not good for a business.
Because it can be hijacked.
Can be.
They don't control it yet.
It
So-
can be hijacked.
So those of you that have done some type of GMB, give me one feature in GMB that they need to have control over. Reviews. Well, you can still get reviews. You don't have to have a listing to get reviews.
Phone number, posts.
Oh,
Well, the phone number, that phone number is correct. Post.
Yep.
Yep.
phone number is my
website's
most
there.
important one.
So the biggest one that I saw in there was posts. You need to have a claim listing to be able to log in and write posts every day. You can have an unclaimed listing that has the correct phone number, website, hours of operation. You can have the address showing. But there's a lot of things that are inside your dashboard that you need to be able to have control over that really help give you that ranking. There's a cool tool there that I posted there on the bottom. It's actually a GMB scraper bot. It'll actually scrape. So if you type in a search term, it'll give you all of the map results, and it'll actually shoot you back a report that lets you know whether the listing is claimed or not. So it's a good way in. What's that?
I said useful.
Yeah, so it's a great tool. It's a good way to come in and say, hey, I noticed you have a listing that's unclaimed. You know, this is why it's important. It's a good way to get your foot in the door.
This is very much like the tactic I used to use, probably 2007, where there was no real quick solution for canonical URLs, and I would use the same kind of concept and contact people and say, hey, you guys haven't taken care of this, HTTP or www. It was www versus non-www, and that would get the foot in the door and start the relationship. And this is a very, very similar tactic, and it works.
Right. If you want to go ahead and jump down. All right. When I first started doing SEO, I started out with locksmiths. That was my biggest niche that I went after. Since then, I've actually owned 3 locksmith companies. In each state that I moved to, I opened up a local company.
And then
So-
you got screwed.
Yeah, and then I got screwed over. But with that, it gave me a huge opportunity, a huge foot in the door, because I know the lingo of locksmiths. I know that if I go after a locksmith and they want to mainly target making car keys, I know that the average job of making a car key is about $200. So because of that knowledge, it's going to give you a huge advantage, because now you're knowing what the conversions are. Now you're knowing what you can charge your client.
And there's a good point here, whether you only niche down into a single niche or you niche down into multiple niches, know who the hell you're talking to.
Yep. I know there's a quite a few people that even started out, even like before they got into SEO, they were like a home builder. They owned a general contracting business, and that's all they go after is home services.
Yeah,
You know-
that's actually exactly how I got started. Is I kept it in the niche. I was in the auto niche working
Yep.
the day job, and I started selling that stuff, and that's how I got into SEO actually. So I knew everything about the auto niche at the time, or at least my
Right.
products. So
Right. Once you've decided what your niche is and how you're targeting your clients, it's extremely important that you get yourself some type of tracking. That would be through like a CRM or also using email capture. Brad is probably one of the best email marketers I've ever seen. You guys have all seen his emails. I mean, they're just crazy. And the amount of time that he spends on them just to get them like perfect is way beyond Mike or I could ever do. That's why we have Brad. But
well,
seriously,
that's not pretty.
well,
But
that too. But seriously, get yourself a CRM. Zoho is a great one. You can get I think a free account with Zoho. Salesforce is a great one, but get yourself some type of management system to manage all of your clients. Also managing your leads. If you didn't close them that first month and say, hey, I'm doing a quick meetup for local businesses, why don't you go ahead and stop on by,
yeah, build a list of like if someone actually can't afford your services for whatever reason, say, okay, well, we do have this free guide that'll get you started. Then once you know, at the very least, you'll be able to understand what we're doing when you do come back and maybe have a little more budget. So get them in that, and then every time, like they're in your email list, every time you're going to be in an event or every time you know you want to touch base with everyone on your list, you just send out a quick email. Hey, I'm going to be at this. Everyone should join. There's going to be a lot of great business owners, and then just build it
Lists
up.
are not just for internet marketing gurus that
Exactly.
have amazing giant lists. Little lists can be very good too.
Yep, if they're targeted. I'd rather have a targeted list than like just some 20 million person list. Actually, 20 million person list would be cool, but regardless.
That's fun.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Got a 200K one, but 20 million would be beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be all right too.
Yeah,
right.
so I can't again, but yeah, any questions? Just kind of what we covered with clients and.
Does everyone feel like they kind of they're getting massive value here? They learned a few tips, tricks, tactics to go out there and maybe fill the funnel a little more. That's what it's all about: is filling that top of funnel and working them down to the sell.
Are you guys having problems filling your leads? I mean, is your funnel full? Are you making phone calls daily? Are you taking your first 2-3 hours of the morning and selling? Or are you not selling? I mean, be honest. We're not going to share your name because I see the answers quite a bit.
And Jonathan, I suck at sales. He asked if I was a car salesman before. No, I was never a car salesman. I know a car salesman, but no, I just I read Mark Cuban's book a few years ago, and he has a chapter in there that said, you know, sales trumps all, and it like clicked. I was like, fuck, I've been focusing on this SEO thing, which is cool, but it doesn't really like it makes you money when you luck into clients, but if you can't sell, then what good is it, right? So I went out and you know, I bought the Wolf's course. I bought, you know, Cardone's book. I bought the Wolf's book. I bought like I was watching them on YouTube and shit, watching samples of their stuff. So I kind of built up from there. And you just got to find some type of mentor, whether that's direct to the like directly coaching under someone, or you can read their books, you can watch their videos, you can, you know, all that crap. You're gonna absorb it. You just gotta like become dedicated to it, and you'll get better. I'm still not where I want to be.
For one of the people saying not getting leads and just doing cold emails at this time, and I understand you're working a full-time job. Your responses aren't where you want them to be, are they?
And are you using any type of like email, like software?
Hold on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been there, I've done that, and I understand like the rates you get on the cold emailing. But what you really should be doing is taking some time to do what Jordan's talking about, is networking and getting out there after the work hours. If you have a 9-to-5 schedule, getting out there and really going to these entrepreneur or startup groups. And just start talking and offering advice and being their go-to guy in town.
Everyone should know that you fucking do SEO or online marketing or whatever, because you will get leads that way. Who do you know that, you know, I can help out that needs more leads? Who do you know that needs more phone calls in their business? Oh, you've got 3 friends? Can I let's go have lunch with them at some point individually. Yeah. I'll buy lunch for everyone.
And how many of you ask for a referral? You know, it's okay to ask your clients.
And we will say this, Dallas pointed out, and we do this, and we actually have our own staff for this, but web design is a great trust building activity, a great foot in the door. So either networking, finding a web designer that you get along with and doing some work with them, or having your own staff for it, one way or the other, getting the design trust going on. Hey, I got your business online. Don't even have to say it. They know that you got their business online. That's a golden recommendation when they say this person can actually get you more business. And there's a firm that started in San Diego that has, I think they're at like 1,200 design clients at this point, and a very good portion of those people turn into SEO clients. So web designers and developers are a great source of jobs. They really are. And when I was, younger and less experienced, a developer was one of my big referral sources. Just a PHP web developer would bring me everybody for the marketing, and that was great when I was solo, and it really did build up my monthly income for me. And of course, they're taking a percentage of that, but that's money I wouldn't have if they hadn't referred it. So do I care that I'm giving them 10, 20%? No,
Yeah,
I don't care at all.
don't get greedy. Yeah, when it comes to
I've
that.
seen people get greedy and make big mistakes and miss out on 6-7 figures, and it's not the way to be. Think about abundance.
Yeah, don't operate like that. Yeah.
All right.
You had some
Well-
other cool stuff to show, didn't you, Jordan?
I do. It's kind of the meat of it. I know some of you came here for clients, but I do have some GMB training for everyone.
I don't think. Does everyone want to see the like actually how Jordan ranks? No. Yeah, a lot of no's.
Oh, that's too bad. I
Yeah.
guess we'll shut down.
Yeah, let's just end it.
All right.
Mary says, "Peace, I'm out." A bunch of people asking
So-
about possum. Do you have a quick down and dirty possum trick?
Possum is going to have a lot to do with the branding that you're doing, and a lot of it is going to have to do with how correct your address information is across your branding. So it's not just Google, but it's really looking at all aspects of your branding. So if you're having possum issues, you need to expound your branding presence.
There was another bird after possum.
Possum's not a bird, Mike.
I know, but there was another bird after possum, and it wasn't a penguin.
Oh,
But
There was
Hummingbird?
actually another bird after pigeon too.
hummingbird? Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Nope, that's
Hawk.
not the one I'm talking about.
I've never had animals affect my rankings. So I
Duh.
just, if you're doing everything right,
Medical's helping us a lot right now.
medical.
Medic is this core has been very beneficial. Who's enjoyed this core update? They actually made some changes that people aren't realizing yet that are going to come bite a lot of people in the ass, but it's been very beneficial. And there's a few reasons why.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of
So-
people came out green on it. That's good. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and show the tactic, even though they don't want to see it, Jordan. I know
All right.
people
Go ahead
are
and jump to
better.
the next page.
I'll go to the next one.
All right. So around 2015, and before that, the local map showed us 7 packs. So there were 7 listings right there on the first page. Then an update came out and they switched that to a 3-pack. The interesting thing that people actually saw was you would think that organic traffic would actually go up, but even though there was 4 less listings showing in the pack, the Google Maps traffic actually increased. I posted an article there by Search Engine Land. You guys can all read that. It's just bit.ly/3pack CTR. Which for me, that was, I couldn't believe that. I mean, like I said, you would think that you would have the exact opposite effect. Go ahead and jump over, Brad.
Yes, ma'am.
So jumping ahead around 2017, I first started noticing something kind of interesting, and actually came to Mike and asked him if he was seeing the same thing. And what we both had seen was there was quite a few different categories that were actually hiding certain pieces of information in the map pack. At first, I thought it was like a bug, and then eventually I started seeing it more and more. And then after about 3 weeks to about 4 weeks, it seemed like everything went back to normal. On the next slide, this is what I saw.
Yeah.
So with desktop traffic, does anyone see anything like out of the norm here?
Post up if you see something a little
What's
off.
wrong with this? Beyond just what you see, what's wrong with this?
Yeah, people are getting it.
Thank you, Nick.
Right. So
And what's wrong with the fact that even though the phone number's there?
No CTA or call to action.
well,
No,
this
no web
th- this is
address.
from a desktop, so you're not going to have a click on the desktop for
Yeah.
There's
phone.
no click.
But there's nowhere to click their website. So the only way they're going to get any first page traffic is what's happening in their organic results. Okay. So the only way that I can see what their website is I would have to click on one of those listings and then go to the website.
Hope you don't get distracted by another listing with more reviews below it or stars.
Yep. The next slide actually shows a mobile version of what it looks like. This is absolutely insane. Now there's no phone number, there's no website whatsoever. There's no longer a click to call and nowhere to click in their website. Okay.
No contact whatsoever. And what is most of the traffic? What's the majority of traffic out there? Is it desktop or is it mobile? Yeah. Thank you for all of you knowing that.
Yep. I surf the web on my phone. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, I use my phone all the time. And so on the next slide, something happened in 2018. 2018 launched the Mobile First Index. And what happened with Mobile First is, in additional to that, more features actually came out with your GMB. You could write posts. Certain categories had menu options, like a restaurant could showcase their entire menu. Certain categories had services, so like a plumber could list like drain cleaning and their pricing. They even added back descriptions, 360 photos, and you can even upload a video. So what that's telling me is that Google wants users to spend more time on the GMB profiles. They want users to spend as much time on Google as they can rather than having to click through a website, okay? Because of this feature and because of what's happening now, click-through is an even more higher factor with ranking your Google My Business listing. So that means someone doing a search for plumber, finding your listing, whether it be on Google Maps or on the home page, and clicking on your profile.
There's a quick question. What's the difference between a desktop index and a mobile index? There is a mobile index and a desktop index, but what it is, it's mobile first. If you have the mobile pages, they're gonna use those pages to rank you first, essentially. Which means you need to make sure your mobile pages are performing well. They're fast. They're there. I'm working with a social media company that's coming out, and they've had a lot of issues with the mobile index, and we're finally getting through the issues, but it's been fucking with the crawl budget. It's been fucking up a lot of stuff that they have been trying to get through, and we are getting through it, but we really want to be focusing on what the mobile user is seeing and what the experience is. And with that, you also want to make sure that the mobile experience is the same as the desktop experience.
Yeah. And Carol brought up my next point I was going to bring is Google brought out AMP pages for mobile. Don't use AMP pages. I don't ever host anything on Google. I want my own property on Google. I want someone visiting my website, not Google. So, so in the next slide, we did a case study. What I did is I actually went out and found a listing in Seattle. The listing was unclaimed. It had zero branding, which means like no citations. There were no mentions online about the business name, the phone number, even the website. It had no backlinks.
A real general name right here too, huh?
Yeah. The website that it went to was just a real basic like about us or contact us page that had a phone number, and I think it had like we service, Seattle, Washington.
Hold on one second. There's comments about AMP, and I wanted to say one thing. If you do correlation data, you will find that the majority of freaking queries, AMP is not a factor whatsoever in it at all.
Yep.
There are tactics you can use with it. There's freaking hacks and shit you can do with it, but you don't need it to actually increase your client's revenue by 200% in a fucking month. So don't buy into the fucking Kool-Aid.
Yep. This listing had no content on the page except for like a basic contact us. There was no schema, and it was ranked about 10th position. What happened next on this next slide is when I had actually launched my course back in April, we initially had about 80 people sign up. In the first module, their first assignment was to actually go search for air duct cleaning Seattle. And I had them search from like a desktop, also using maps.google.com via desktop and also their mobile phones. A lot of them had some dwell time on the listing, whether that was a few seconds. Even some of them went on there for a few minutes. Some of them actually went through and clicked around to find the website on the profile. Some of them went to see if there was any reviews. Okay. What happened on the next slide was something pretty interesting. So within a few days of everyone having that activity,
What do you know?
They were having activity from all different countries. So US, the UK, Canada. What happened is within a few days, that listing shot up to number 3 and eventually shot up to number 2. Okay. Within about 3 weeks to 4 weeks, we actually did see a little bit of a decrease in the ranking just because there was no activity. Within about another month and a half, we did have another course that came in. So go ahead and jump onto the next slide. And what happened was they went through the exact same module again. They went to the exact same listing, searched for the exact term, and within a couple of days, they went skyrocketed right back up to the 1 and 2 spots within just a few days. The listing was still unverified even within that 2-month span. And if you can actually go to Seattle and type in air duct Seattle, that listing is still unclaimed.
Was it still? It was still unverified.
It was still unverified, and
Yeah.
the listing is still unverified. You guys can go there and search right now and look for air duct cleaning Seattle. Since then, they have had a couple of things to the website. They did fix a few things here and there, but still within that 2
Probably
months.
because they started getting calls, right?
Yep. So to me, what that's looking at is everything that we have. Go ahead and move on, Brad.
I want people to really pay attention to what was just said. That
Yeah.
this was worldwide traffic.
Yeah.
This wasn't local
don't-
traffic.
Don't like zone out right now. Did everyone catch it? Catch what Jordan just dropped? I just want to make sure because he's like, it's nonchalant to him, but it's big for rankings.
I want you to think about something, and this ties into the laziness of programmers. But think about the fact if somebody searching from Australia is looking for a hotel in Greensboro in October, that is valid traffic to a GMB listing, right? Is it not? It absolutely is. Now, the actual organic CTR shit that people talk about is a little bit different than the GMB stuff. But Jordan just dropped a very big bomb about GMB. There are programmatical differences in the way they handle shit, and traffic from various locations is very valid. And we just proved that it doesn't matter if it's a industry where the traffic should be valid or an industry where the traffic should be local. But if you think about it, air duct cleaning in a location could actually be a freaking landlord in a different state, and they're looking for that.
Or say someone's just moved out into their first home and they're freaking out because their AC stopped working or whatever, and they call their parents, and their parents are like, no, don't worry, Johnny, I'll take care of it. And they call in the air duct, and they're halfway across the country, you know?
It absolutely does not have to be local. Anybody that's saying it has to be IP related, freaking GPS related to the location of the listing, they don't know what they're talking about.
It's obviously been proven wrong with this.
So another thing I do want to drop too is someone mentioned something about proximity. Well, Seattle's a huge metro. Someone is searching from Vancouver, Washington. What do you think is going to start happening to some of the search results as more people start searching from outside that major city? Google's going to start displaying those results to them and start displaying those results to people outside of where that listing is located. So you're getting all the search volume
another
from
bomb.
outside. Okay. So when we're looking at the traffic, this is the number one way to solve your proximity issue, is getting search volume and click traffic from outside of where you're at.
Oh, a bomb.
Say that again, Jordan, just so everyone catches it, please.
Proximity is solved by people searching outside of the listing city,
Mm-hmm.
and by sending traffic by clicking on their listing. And Google still does track dwell time on the GMB profile. So if they're looking at, that's why I tell people is treat your GMB like it was your money site. When it comes to local, your GMB is your money site. You want people staying on there. That's why they came out with all of these services. You can write posts, you can read reviews, you can read all the descriptions or services. You can even display pricing. You know, for restaurants, you can see all the menus items that are on at their location.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah, the second GMB. Send it through the GMB. Yeah.
Yep. So this right here is the number. I mean, we all know about CTR. So GMB, the number one ranking factor is CTR. That Google wants searchers to stay on their GMB profile. Okay. There's different ways that you can send traffic. Obviously, the best way that you can do it is to get real users. You know, the way that I did it in my course is telling them, hey, just go ahead and check this listing real quick. I just want to see what you guys find out. And their homework assignment was to let me know, you know, why are they ranking, you know, where they're at, what are some things that they can do. And the things that I got were like, oh, I don't understand. Like, they're not ranking. They don't have any citations. There's no branding. Their website looks like shit.
No one realized they were ranking it.
Yeah.
The reason why it's ranking is because of you, right? So that's the number one way. If you're looking for engagement, you know, that could be even as simple as posting a link to your profile on your Facebook. You know, your friends or family, you know, you may have 1,000 friends in Seattle, you know, on Facebook, and everyone's like, hey, if you guys can do me a favor and just check, you know, my business on Google Maps. Well, that's still sending traffic. You're not getting direct search traffic, but you're still getting traffic.
We've had a few people ask about bots and proxies and VPNs and stuff like that. Just as an umbrella statement, what do you think about that type of stuff for this, Jordan?
Yeah, so bots used to be pretty decent. So I actually had a few listings where it was ranking just using bots, but that tactic has gone down quite a bit. They want to see real users. So Google knows whether even if it was someone from Australia, they still know that it was a real user.
Yep.
So
it's much better to just use worldwide traffic than fake traffic.
Yep.
I don't know if you understand what browser fingerprints are and various things like that, but they have many ways to detect fucking bot traffic.
Yep.
Beyond what you think.
Yeah, Facebook, you could run like a $10 booster post ad, you know, have it shoot across. You know, that would be a nice way to get traffic. But the biggest traffic that you want is someone searching for your business name and actually going in there and clicking on it. It's not just direct traffic.
Exactly. Everyone catch all that? Makes sense? Clear as mud?
Stop talking to me about AMP.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just a couple people, Mike.
I know, I'm just fucking with those couple people on purpose.
Powerful stuff, guys. I've never heard of anyone talking about GMB. Nice. Glad some people learned some stuff.
There you go, Tony. That's a better message.
Brand CTR is something that you do want to pay attention to at some point.
Yep.
But the biggest thing is getting your keywords. I don't know if anyone's noticed the dashboard lady. I don't think they have it in Australia or some other countries yet, but in your dashboard, you can actually see the search terms that people went on there and searched for. So it'll tell you what the top keywords that people was looking at. If you're in Australia, I don't think it's there quite yet, but I think Canada has it, UK might have it, but it is going worldwide.
Or you had too much Bundy UP.
Or that.
Real men drink OP, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people asking, like, I could spend $5 on Facebook, or how many clicks would it take? It's just, it takes as much as it takes. You never know an exact amount.
That's why natural is better,
Yeah.
to be honest. Natural is better because there are thresholds always. So, be careful. Don't go crazy.
Yeah, another cool thing too, even AdWords Express, it's still when someone advertises on Express, if they click the profile, it goes to your real profile. So that's, what's that?
Nothing.
I don't think Mike wants you to say that. If Google does not populate brand plus city search, what do you recommend to get it to show? More search traffic, Nick. More people searching for that.
If you don't get it, if you can't find your listing, if someone searches for brand plus city,
then you have a problem.
Yeah. You need to keep building it, Nick.
And you might not have a map listing.
Your listing isn't verified anymore.
Yeah. Damn it, Nick. I found some of Nick's map listings.
I can't see the last names, and I think that's Nick, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. That might not be the same Nick. Getting client flooded with telemarketer calls. Any thing on that, Mary's question? How do you not get them flooded with telemarketers? It's hard. I don't know.
Get an IVR, interactive voice recorded system. So it'd be like, thank you for calling ABC Company. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for service.
There you go.
That's the only way that you can drop out of those. What happens with those automated callers is that once they hear that message, it automatically sends the recording and it automatically drops the call after like 30 seconds. So if you're getting just flooded with that, drop it into an IVR.
Yeah,
that was a pro tip, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's some call flow, advanced call flow knowledge there.
Do not call lists are all right, but they don't listen to them. I'll tell you that.
They don't work.
Don't give a shit.
Your DNC, it's BS. It doesn't work. And all they're going to do
is
a good way
to get called.
It's all they're going to do is just call you from a different number. That's just how those systems work.
I got like 10 from Maryland today, I think. Could you put a coupon code on your GMB post and send people there? What do you think about coupon codes and CTAs and GMB posts, Jordan?
Yeah.
Get creative. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all about content. Use your GMB for content.
Again, you want people on it. You want them using your listing and paying attention to your listing, and that means giving them stuff to stay there and pay attention to.
All right. Any other questions on that? On whether like the funnel filling or the traffic, anything like that? G-Post automation hacks. Doesn't Angel have a plugin?
Yeah, there's a few out there. Some of them work, some of them don't. You're just gonna have to find out which work.
Use ours.
Yeah, we've got it, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I think we put in
we
a
got
quote.
Good SaaS.
Yeah. Well, that too. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? Because we got something.
Questions, comments,
remarks.
snide remarks. Frickin' Brad.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
No other questions? All right.
Everyone ready for a big announcement?
Well, what does the red mean?
It's big. Yes or no? Do we want something else big? Pretty huge? I'm excited about it. Dallas, I have Octopus.
Always horsehead bookends, dude.
I have Octopus. The Kraken.
No Bogan talk from Dallas.
So here we go.
No Bogan talk.
Are back for round 2 in Greensboro, round 3 for NFG Live. Who in here came last year? Who in here wanted to come last year but didn't get a chance? C. Mark, you're coming again, right? Oh, yeah, Carol, you already signed up. I forgot. So last year, for anyone that didn't know, we threw down with Steve, our Facebook guy, Facebook Ninja. This year, we honestly were not planning on doing any type of event. Jordan came along. he did the GMB course. He's like, dude, I got some more shit I can show these people at a live event. I'm not showing it, like, I can't show it in the course because it'll get out, then it won't work anymore. Can you guys do a live event? Kept putting him off. I even told Mike, I don't even know if I want to do a live event this year. So
I kicked him in the butt.
yeah, then Jordan kicked both of us, and we ended up doing a live event. So I said, if we're going to do it, we're going to make it the most badass event that we've ever had. First event was a smaller one in Orlando a few years ago. Mike and I did. Angel
It made a couple millionaires.
Yeah, it did. We pretty much changed the way people look at PBNs with our mini-net method, revealed that there. A lot of people are using that now, rank with like $10 domains, all that stuff. It's essentially all I rank for unless I get really lazy, then I just order them. But year two, we had Steve, we had Facebook takeover, we had more mass traffic takeover. We had agency automation. This year, I was like, we got to top last year because we got to top it every year. This year, we really stacked the fucking deck. If you want to go there, nfgseo.com/Greensboro-2018. We actually dropped the price this year to allow as many people in as we could within reason. But this year, we're coming with a stacked deck. And what do I mean by that? We have got a who's who lineup of presenters, meaning we're bringing, of course, Jordan. Jordan's ass is going to be there because he loves teaching, and he's got some pretty cool tricks that he's working on that I still need to learn. But over the shoulder training with Jordan. How many people in here are from the GMB course and have gotten personal training through that with Jordan? Like, not like paid training or anything. I mean, like, he's helped you out either in the group or through PMs. Yeah, a bunch of people.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly.
Jordan loves to help.
Yeah. You know how much he cares. Mike, not so much. I mean, I'm just joking. Mike cares.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't care at all.
No, he does, or he wouldn't be here.
I love it.
So
I love watching.
But the good thing about this is you're going to get live over-the-shoulder training, where like literal over-the-shoulder training, where Jordan can, do this, do that, show you what to do exactly, and go over some badass shit. He's got some pretty cool map packs locked up and ready to go, right, Jordan?
I do. A lot of stuff to show.
Yeah. The relevance jump trick is pretty slick, I'm gonna say. He did it by accident, but I was like, dude, you gotta show that at the event. He's like, I don't know if I want to. I was like, well, then
it's beautiful, and
it's simple is why I like it.
It reminds me of 2008.
Yeah. And then how to take local maps national, so you can get actually. Who in here knows that you can get local maps, get national traffic off of those? Anyone know that?
I do.
Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, not a lot of people know that, Jordan. Yeah, Carol wants to. Carol, you're gonna get it. You were like first in line, so. Yeah, Carol actually kept asking me if we were going to have a live event again this year. I was like, I don't know, Carol. She's like, well, you should. So I did. So
I thought your life coach told you no more training, Carol.
We saved her money. It's all good. All right. So everyone in here know Kyle Roof? Yes, no, maybe?
I do.
Yeah. So I met Kyle through actually Jordan, I think, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been on a few webinars that we've done. Dude's a badass. I actually spent an hour going through his tool and a few other on-page tools that we use today. And you think that thing's going to rank with no links, Jordan? That I sent you earlier?
It will.
Yeah, exactly. So it's sick. I was fucking, like, I've never been so proud of one piece of content because it was so freaking optimized, like to a T. It's insane. I can't wait till that thing indexes to see where it shows up. So Kyle's always got shit that he saves for live events. He's got his on-page trickery.
Dude, he showed me what he's been programming lately, and I am so excited for what he's been working on. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Nice. So pop in the SERPs higher, and then like we said, Jordan's using some of Kyle's tactics to rank with absolutely zero links. So
no links. That's how I got quite a few of my SEO pages, actually.
Yeah, because I've looked at it, I was like, what? Why'd you optimize it like that? And he's like, I just used.
Kyle told me.
Kyle told me to, so I did. So Kyle's an SEO badass. He's been featured on where has he been? SEO Rockstars, a bunch of different events, right? Like
Yeah, and I think he's out in there's an event out in East Asia.
yeah. The
Yeah.
one in Indonesia or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going out to that one. Yeah, so he's been around. He knows how to speak. He knows how to show people exactly what to do. So they don't need as.
We're gonna make him into the NFG fold, by the way. So he's about to change his attitude.
Oh yeah. No fucks given for sure. Josh Bakinski, because we do need a little balance at this event. I feel like we don't need too many black hats. We brought in a little white hat, but Josh has been deep in the labs the past I don't know how many months. But Mike's been working with him on what he's going to show. And Mike, can you kind of give everyone a tidbit? Everyone knows Josh, right? Black hat versus white hat guy. Beautiful hair, beautiful beard. Yeah.
Josh and I have been freaking testing together since probably, I would say, 2009. And we actually it was funny. We tested CTR before when everyone was saying it was all bullshit and we were watching it work. So Josh, what I love about Josh is he's a fucking king of single variable testing. And he actually has disproven a lot of shit recently. And he's proven some stuff that other people have said that they didn't have any really backing for. But he's bringing a lot of freaking testing to the event. And right now we're working on something that is absolutely amazing and has to do with why a lot of the larger directories do better than the smaller sites. And it will absolutely allow people to take advantage of that. Yeah, there's some pretty cool shit that's going on with
This
Josh
is
right
actually
now.
this is the reason why I'm going. Sorry, Brad.
Hey. I thought it was to hang out with me. I mean, when you agreed to do this event, we didn't know if Josh would be able to make it. Were you just like rolling the dice?
I was
Yeah.
going for
Well,
not for 7, just for.
good thing Josh is coming because that would have screwed this event over if you weren't there too with your map stuff, or whatever you do.
Eric, you can even tell your situation. I won't say what's going on, but congratulations.
Yeah.
We had a really good friend of ours, a really strong affiliate SEO. The guy does like $80K a month in his pajamas from home solo. And he came out when his significant other was the same kind of distance along. And so if you need any advice, I can contact him and let him know how he got that approved, because I've been in your situation.
Yeah. And I actually went to my very first SEO event with a like 4 or 5 week old. It was insane, but yeah, not a lot of sleeping, but yeah. So Josh is going to be there dispelling all the myths. He's been like the shit that he's been going over with Mike is just crazy. It's really hard to argue with this guy because he has so much evidence to back what he says.
Oh, he'll argue with you though.
Yeah, I'll wrestle with him if we're live. Everyone should just come to see me and Josh wrestle.
There you go.
Yeah.
His beard is a
I'm
little
not
cleaner than yours.
Yeah, it's
And
quite a
mine.
bit cleaner. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not standing up with Mario again. But yeah.
No
So,
doubt.
Victor.
Oh,
Bush.
Smush.
Does everyone know Victor?
Mr. Big.
This dude is
People don't know Smush.
They don't, but they will.
They will.
Victor actually came to our first event and another event that we were featured at. He is an absolute badass. He's chilling in Colombia right now because he's got everything so systemized. But we're the dude. Like if I ever need a link, like a really good, like, hey Victor, I need to push this like real quick. What you got me? He's like, yeah, I got you. So he's got a whole network of links. He builds links for a ton of people. He knows what anchor text to use when, like everything off page. This dude's going to take care of you. He's got case studies where he's ranked single term variables or single term, phrases. So one word with like 20 of his links, and that's it. He spent like a couple $100 and he charged his client like $2,000. So that ain't too bad. So he is going to be going over all the testing he's been doing. And like I said, he's personally helped me with a number of campaigns. Just put in another order with him. He's a badass. So I'm excited. He's going to be like he's the new underground king, actually, Jordan, since you're the people's champ now.
I'm excited to meet
Victor's, yeah. You
Vic is going to help us with a pretty big sale here pretty quickly because of his links, I think, Brad.
Yeah, yeah. What's that? An $8 million sale? Because like.
Oh, I was not going to mention numbers, dude.
But that's it. But yeah. So come here. His links work. You got the on page with Kyle. You got the empirical evidence with Josh. Of course, you got GMBs with Jordan. But you've got your on page locked up with Victor. And then what would an event be without Angel Cruz? Everyone know Angel?
Mr. Cruz.
I love Angel.
Post up, Angel, Hells yeah, something.
In good people.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly. Mr. Near Me.
Exactly. Yeah, he does way more than Near Me, I found out. Yeah. Actually, I used what Angel showed me and ranked for a 75,000 a month search term. Just it's sitting there. I need to monetize it probably. But yeah, Angel's kind of been a little bit underground. He's poked his head up a few times. But what I'm really looking forward to, and I know what Mike is really looking forward to, is having Angel and Jordan in the same room teaching.
Yeah, we've got them working together right now, and a lot of you, we didn't mention it tonight, but a lot of people are missing a very core aspect of what just happened in August. And those of you that are at the event are going to come away with a very big fucking heads up and advantage on everybody else is focusing on the traditional shit. All the major fucking places are missing a huge major portion of what just happened.
I wouldn't even say it's a major. I would say it's
it's the major point. Yeah, it's the point. There are some tech shit. There's some tech stuff you can do to recover traffic. However, it has huge implication for the future. And if you understand it this year, yeah,
you're going to be about how many years ahead of everyone else?
Probably 4 or 5, because I called this update probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5-6 years ago.
And of course, we got these two young strapping lads here. We got Mike Pierce and myself, Brad Mabry. We've been doing a lot of testing. We've got our SEO tied up because we got Jordan to reference. We got Angel, Kyle, everyone else that's going to be there. Victor for the off page. So we've really been focusing on systemizing our agency. And I always say, put the cogs in place so it can run if you're not there. Put the cogs in place so all you have to do is spin the plates when you need to. You should be able to step out and invest in the market or whatever you want to do, or you can go, all in with it as well. But we want you to be able to set up a system that's going to run without you if you want it to.
Hey, Dallas, our tools start with TF-IDF and they go from there. So,
yes,
we can have some conversations.
Yeah.
And then also, we've got it down how to handle high-end local and national clients. I'm talking like the $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30,000 a month clients, how to handle those. Like, I remember thinking about those when I was first getting started and just like sweating and getting stressed out. And I didn't even have the issue. I had like a couple thousand.
You just have to know how to handle them. You have to understand the corporate nature of them, and you have to understand what they're looking for and what they understand.
You have to know what deliverables they want to see as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What deliverables and KPIs specifically that they want, and how you can use this systemizing your agency with your cogs in place. That's all about that. It goes back up to setting that system up. Once you know what they're looking for, you implant that into your system, and then it runs. We've got, what's that one client? What's that billable for the one client, Mike?
39 or?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 39. We went for 40, and they wanted us to give them a deal, so we did 39. And with our systems in place, I hardly have to touch it. I have to check in every once in a while just to make sure shit's not like.
My favorite ones are the 10K plus that are 20 minutes a month or so.
Yeah.
Those are that's a great return for your time.
And we're scheduling a meeting
participation.
to expand that too, Mike. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't, but that's great.
The
I love
client,
it.
yeah. So then everything, like Mike had mentioned a second ago, everything you need to know about the new update, like he said, he's been preaching about it. It does tie into Triple T, but that's not all. It's like probably a step or two further beyond Triple T. If you don't know what Triple T is, Trust Traffic Theme, it's what Mike and I have based all our link building, all our site building on the past few years or more. So all of that's going to be there. But wait, we do have more.
But wait,
We
my
do.
glass is gone.
Do we want to see more? Do we want to see the extra
I do.
bonus?
No, nobody wants to see more.
No, Eddie doesn't. Yeah, steak knives. Paul, Paul, if you come, I'll get you some steak knives. I'm going to give them to you at the end of the event.
Brad deleted the last names. Which Paul is that? Because I have a feeling I know who it is. Have you had lots of conversation about mass build sites, Paul?
All right, let's do it. So everyone who signs up, are you putting a timeline on this, Jordan, or no?
I'm gonna do it for a week.
All right. So everyone that signs up, sign up soon. We did a pre-launch to the people that went last year and the GMB people. So we've already got sales on this bad boy. They're actually higher than I thought, to be honest. So everyone in here is going to get the driving direction software. You want to explain that real quick, Jordan?
Yeah. So we did cover proximity a little bit tonight with search. So there's a few ways that you can actually help you with those issues, and one of them is through driving directions. So what the software will actually do is it'll actually, you type in your business listing name, and then you type in the search term, and what it will do is it'll actually output about 20 links from real driving directions from different locations around the city. And what that's doing is it's kind of telling Google that someone that was searching from an outside area went on your listing, searched for your listing, and then they got driving directions. What driving directions do, it gives you a higher proximity from people searching outside of the city that you're in.
So, and that just ties back to the hotel, which is the proximity in Greensboro. Yep. October 20th and 21st.
It is the proximity. There's a reason why we're at the proximity.
Yep, it all ties back in.
Yeah, so those links, you can drop them on different properties that you own. If you guys know about the mini nets that Brad and Mike have gone over, that would be one example. But you guys can reach out to me, and I'll give you guys a lot of different tips that you can place those links on.
We might even talk about how images can make your whole freaking world better.
Are we doing image linking?
Oh, I don't know.
I know it's pushed for one of the top 5 CPC niches on the planet, recently, within the past couple weeks, but I don't know. We might cover it. I don't know if it's good enough for this event.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't even sure to drop this next one, but how many of you guys were doing lead gen? Give me a quick yes. Me.
Yeah. How many of you guys think you could sell extra leads to your current client base? If you went to them and say, hey, I can get you listings here, here, and here, that's kind of outside the scope of, your GMB that I'm ranking. Would you be willing to pay X amount per lead? No strings attached. Pay me when I send them.
So what you guys are going to learn at the live event is I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how to create additional GMB listings. It's going to be full over the shoulder. You're going to see me actually doing it live. So it's not going to pre-recorded video or anything like that. So you're going to actually see me do it.
Live over the shoulder in living color. See Jordan how to do it. How many people post yes or no? Yeah, create verified listings. Exactly.
Valid verified listings. Yes.
Yeah, they'll be on
validated, because we will be talking about validated in Greensboro as well, versus verified. So.
Yeah. So, how many people in here think that they could make their money back from the event with just that map drop? How much is the event? The event's 2,000 this year. You could do a two-pay. Last year it was 3,500, but Jordan wanted to help as many people as possible, so I agreed to drop it so we could let a few more people in. So how many people think that they could pay that off? I know. How much is our business partner making from PPL map leads, Mike? Name starts with a T.
I know. I can't. I've lost track.
I think it
I
was
know
like,
that when we were doing, yeah,
yeah, I think last webinar he was on, he said 20 to 30K a month from that.
yeah, just on additional.
All he
Yeah.
does is sit there and drops pin listings, like drops pins like all day to drive his calls. You guys think you can make your money back with that? With even like a shitty affiliate program, I think you could. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of post yes or no. Post no if you're not interested in it. Post yes if you are. Please.
A lot of no's. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants any of it.
A few hell's yeses, maybe.
A lot of yeses.
Yeah. Some maybes. I don't think Carol wants to come now. Too much work. It's not too much work, Jason. Not for the money you can get. The
Proximity, Dallas.
Yeah, it's Proximity Hotel in Greensboro. Extremely
It's a
nice.
good they've got great sea bass, dude.
Yeah, we go downstairs every night to the bar and restaurant. Yeah, I do. And have a good time. We take that place over. Like, it was crazy. They're like, where the hell did all you guys come
And
from?
I will tell you, networking, like, beyond all the bonuses, we haven't even gone through them yet. The networking by itself has made me at least 7 figures because of events and networking with people, because there's some dumbass on this webinar tonight that I've made money with. There's actually 2 dumbasses on this webinar tonight that I've made money with. And realistically, the networking that you get out of this is amazing. And I know people that come literally for the networking because they know that there's potential there.
If you meet someone that has a client base that you can fulfill for, vice versa, if you could sell and all that. Mike and I met at an event. That was the dumbass he was talking about. It was himself. Low self-esteem that guy has.
I never went to an event, so he never.
He just followed you. But yeah, we met at an event, started talking, we got along, found out we have skills that work well together. He's a highly technical guy. I'm kind of more of a caveman grunt. I just get shit done.
He pretends he is.
Those 2 skills work very well together. And we started an agency, and our first client was 15 grand a month that we had together. And then we just added on from there. Since then, we've created, sold a few different agencies as well with the systems we've been able to put in place that we're going to show at the event. So
yeah,
systems, that's the key right there.
Yeah.
And yes, absolutely.
Yes, Joe, you are going to learn how to get verified listings.
Yep. Schema training, basic. Are we going to have basic in the members area and then advanced at the event, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yep, exactly. So everyone in here is going to get access to a members area. We're going to release a poll once there's some people in there and beyond from the pre-launch. But we're going to release a poll. What do you guys want to learn? Do you want to learn the MiniNet method ahead of time? Do you want to learn this? Do you want to learn that? One of the things that absolutely is going in there is the schema training, the basic, and then Jordan and Angel are going to step that bad boy up a notch or 2 at the event to show you. Can you kind of say what the advanced entails without giving it away, Jordan? Is there any way to do that? Don't say like the acronyms or anything, but it's really strengthening your entity, right? Like
Absolutely.
Beyond belief.
Everything
Absolutely.
that I say, everything that I tell people, the reason why you're failing or you're not getting the rankings that you want, it's because of your branding, and you're going to learn how to do the branding the right way. So
perfect. Also, and this actually, Mike, ties into one of the clients that we had that we need to actually have Jordan train us. But removing bad reviews, that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be in the pre-event training, right?
Yeah, all that will be in the pre-event training. So I do give you a walkthrough, some tips and tricks of properly getting bad reviews removed on Google Maps. So I give you a walkthrough.
And back to the earlier conversation about foot in the door methods with
Yes.
GMB clients. How many people could just, I mean, how many of you could just go out and find, you know, a bad review and say, hey, look, you got this bad review. You want me to take care of this for you? All right, that'll be like $200 to get rid of it. Your conversions should go way up. Your rankings might even improve a little. Then we could start talking about SEO. Sound fair enough?
What I liked about that was that Brad didn't give away for free. Don't give shit away for free.
Exactly. You want them spending money with you. And what's $200?
They have to get to it.
Exactly, Janet. You like that?
Yep. Reputation management is a huge opportunity.
And it's not the type of reputation management that people think is going to be easy and they're going to rank a bunch of 2.0s, because that is a complete pain in the ass, and I've done it multiple times, but it's a lot harder than you think. Yep, good reviews get calls, bad reviews stop people.
They do more than just get calls too.
Yep.
Traffic, maybe.
Paul says he'll pay you $200, Jordan, to get rid of a bad review.
Okay.
Come to the event, Paul. He might do it for free. I don't know. I'm not putting words in your mouth, Jordan, but maybe. I don't know.
Putting something there.
Paul's in. All right. Aside from that,
Also, last webinar, I said Friday night before the event, if you are someone who signs up tonight, this is tonight only, then you are going to come and you're going to be having something going on Friday night with you, with the people that signed up last week as well. So we've got something going on Friday night that you're going to absolutely love.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to go into it deeper at all, but if you sign up tonight, you are going to come to a special little gathering.
A greeting per se.
A greeting gathering.
Greeting gathering at the proximity.
Shoot, I better grab my ticket then.
I know. Yeah. You could just
around
send me
shop talk.
So now, just so everyone's clear, does that have to be turned in by, midnight Eastern, midnight Pacific? What's it got to be, Mike?
It's tonight, based on me.
Okay, so Mountain Time, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is, Dallas.
Yeah, you're good.
We already
No,
talked
really,
about it.
it's a good crowd. If you want to bring daughters, my wife's going to be there. You want to bring wives, anything like that, bring them. If anyone has a +1, so say you run an SEO agency and you want to bring your head tech or something like that, hit me up. Once you got your ticket, we'll get you a discount for that +1. We always want to, it always helps to have two heads on it if you're coming from an agency, and we want to help you out as much as possible.
Yeah. But you guys need to let Brad know ASAP, because we need to make sure that we have enough seats for people that are bringing +1. So.
We really do. Don't hesitate if there's a +1. Make sure we know so we can get an upgrade in the room.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we need to know that in advance for sure, or else they could sit in the hallway. It's a nice hallway, but yeah.
There's weddings there.
There are, yeah. I actually know someone that's getting married there pretty soon.
I saw a wedding there last time.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
And there's no ceiling speakers near the bar, so you can't just sit at the bar.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I did see a question earlier.
Let's see. We're starting it. Will you help us develop a game plan for starting a new site and finishing it all the way through, like developing an eye for knowing exactly what to do with a budget of $1,000 or whatever the budget?
Oh, that was the question I'm looking for you.
My problem, not being able to eye a niche like Houston Pest Control and not have any idea on how much I'm going to have to spend to get it to the top before actually starting the project. Absolutely. We will make sure you are able to do what you need to do to make money. What is the point of learning tactics if you can't systemize it and make money? And that is one thing that we have always said at NFG. If it's not a system that you can make money off of, then there's no fucking reason to be there.
If you ain't talking money, then don't be talking to me, typically. Yeah, exactly, though. And when that comes back to clients as well, you're going to know exactly what to charge them for whatever they need to spend. We'll give you
all of the additional speakers that are coming in. they are being tied into the systems that Brad and I use to make our agencies, to make our money, and to feed our families.
Yep.
There's no point in doing this if it's not systemized and it's not bringing in money, and it's not bringing in capital. Like they're different.
Yeah, it's simple once you know how to do it. To be honest, we'll tell
It
you
really is.
exactly who you need to hire first. We see a lot of people end up with bloated agencies because they hire the wrong people first. You know, they think they need this person, this person. I'm like, no, all you need is this role and this role, and then you set up the silos, and one feeds the other, and you're done. Thanks, Mark. Mark says last year was an excellent event. All right, hopefully, we'll see you again there, Mark, for sure.
I do want to see it. We got to fly. Mark and I got to fly one leg of our flight together last year.
The worst 2 hours of his life, he said. Did you see that?
I got a free salad. I walked up and he's sitting there eating the salad in the airport.
Took it from him?
Like, hey, yeah, I did. Yeah, I just hit him and I took the salad. And he was like, hey, can I sit next to you on the plane?
Yeah, no. Why would he want to sit
Like,
next to
ah, you're as big as me. Like,
Mark's tall,
No,
deceptively tall. Yeah. Awesome. Does anyone have any questions about what's going to be covered at the event? Any hesitation, reservations, anything like that that we can clear up? Because I want to make sure everyone's taken care of on here, or anything else we covered tonight. To be honest, we want to make sure that
or anything you're having problems with
in
honestly.
your life personally. Yeah, just PM Mike.
Or give me a me if you've already signed up tonight, because I want to see you
Sorry
there.
about a ticket. All right. I will not drop your name.
Got a few?
Yeah, no, I'm not dropping names, but I'm looking forward to seeing people.
Yeah, I got a few I will be's. Yeah. Kyle, you gonna make it?
And Dallas has to come because he's bringing me a gift.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
Jonathan, it'll be good to meet you, man. Because yes, we'll have a good time on Friday night. It will be pretty beneficial, I think. So
awesome. Well, hopefully everyone got a ton of information out of this. You could take stuff to make money. If you want to make more money, come to Greensboro. When is cutoff? When we hit the cap, Kyle, we have a strict attendance policy. So once we hit that number, it's like every year. We try and extend it a little bit every year. Like the first year, we only let 20 or 25 people in, Mike?
25.
Yeah.
It was 25 the first year.
Yeah.
Last year was 50.
Yeah, and then this year it's a little bit north of 50 because we did drop the price to let a few more people in, and we expanded the room. But
Jordan
yeah,
wanted to help people.
yeah. So we cap out every year. So as soon as it caps out, then we'll put out a note to everyone and say, hey, no more. Maybe next year if we do it again. So
Yeah. For all the bonuses too, the cutoff is 1 week too.
yeah,
For Friday night, for the event, it's tonight.
yeah. Friday night pre-event get together. The cutoff. Am I invited to that? To be honest, I haven't.
Of course. So
All right.
is Jordan.
Good.
Everybody that's speaking is invited.
You got
to
the
that.
big room, right? The big corner room.
I did.
Yep, exactly.
Did you? Nice.
Yep.
Sweet, everyone. I really appreciate everyone coming. Hopefully you make money with the stuff you were taught tonight. Don't be afraid to pick up the call. How can someone best prepare for this event? Just keep building.
We'll get you prepared. We have advanced training, so
Yeah.
don't worry about preparing for what you need to have for the event. We'll make sure that you bring everything and you have the knowledge you need to come to the event. If you don't have certain knowledge before the event, if we do some webinar for you and something is a little bit like above where you're at, just let us know. We'll make sure you get to where you're at to make sure you're where you're at when you're at the event.
Yeah,
We
just
don't want anyone there that can't use it.
Just so everyone knows, as of last year, we always have a members area so we can put pre-event training in there. We always have a pre-event webinar. We'll have that closer, of course, to time. Let the event get capped out, and we'll have that. And then we'll have an interactive Skype group, and that's always worth its weight in gold as well. And back to networking, that's really going to help you network as well. Get to know people before.
That's huge.
I can't, like, I remember the event I signed up for that I met you at, Mike. It was like almost magical being in there with like all these top SEOs. It was like, oh yeah, I'm really doing
It also was 14 times or 20 times more expensive.
It was. Yeah. It was. That was the most expensive event I've ever been to, but I met you, so I guess it kind of paid off.
Dallas, they don't do that. You're gonna be fine, bro.
You're fine. If I
Sorry,
manage,
get him out there because I've been trying to meet him for a long time. So
yeah, there's no excuses.
Yeah, and Joe,
Because-
we do have hotel info. It's in the members area, so whenever you sign up, as soon as you sign up, you'll get access to the members area. Right now, it's got hotel info. Like in a week or so, we're gonna post a poll and start posting like pre-event content and stuff, and I'll make the announcement in the Skype group. And
Arcady, where are you coming from in Canada, man? I got to go up there on Sunday. I am going to be in Toronto
You'll be there,
on
right?
Sunday.
I was gonna say you're gonna be there.
I got to go up to my Toronto office.
Affis, he's already trying to talk. Yeah, he's working on the accent.
How far? What's the distance?
Newmarket.
I don't know what the hell.
You know where
I go
Newmarket
there,
is.
fly
It's
in
just
and
south
then
of
go to
Old Market.
Scarborough.
Yeah,
I go to
45.
Scarborough, and that's it.
45.
All right. And Mark, hit me up too, because we should go get dinner.
Yeah, you're gonna be there a whole week, right?
Yeah, I'll be there all week next week. I gotta fire someone and hire someone.
Fun. How long of a
Yeah.
drive is that going to be to Greensboro? That's going to be a hell of a. That's going to
Katie,
be a fun
I'm
drive.
A couple of days.
I'm taking care of you if you come down to Greensboro and you drive it. I'm gonna take care of you that week. Dude,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
weekend.
We'll buy
I
your
promise
drinks or
you.
something because
We
you're gonna
got
need
you
one.
that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Anyone? Want to make sure they all get
I
answered?
know my family's popping in the room right now, actually, telling me I've been too long. So
Yeah, I get that too. He'll need a stretcher. Based on what you guys know, how long would it take to turn a $5,000 investment on one site or multiple sites into profit without getting clients?
Oh, $5,000 investments profit in a month.
You think you could make $5,000 back in a month, Mike?
I absolutely do.
Yeah. I know we're getting calls on that one site that we just did.
I absolutely know it could happen.
You
I'm
just
not
got-
going to say it's going to happen for everybody.
Yeah.
It's going to mean who you're actually dealing with, what the offer is. It's going to be all about who you are working with, because I am not a salesperson.
Don't.
Even
You
though
should
we
give
sell
yourself.
stuff, but-
You should give yourself more credit.
even though we sell stuff, I'm talking about if it's PPL.
Yeah.
I want it sold I want it pre-sold. I want somebody that knows that they can just make sure they can offload my leads or my calls right away.
Yep.
Client stuff is a little different. $5,000 investment is gonna actually still be the same thing if you're doing your funnel right, So
But if you're doing lead gen and you're knocking like a website costs what, $12, a phone number costs like $1. Once you start learning how to drop some listings,
Yeah. Once you get the maps down, dude, I'm not fucking joking.
you're not gonna have to spend that.
Yeah, you won't spend $5,000.
no,
Jordan-
you won't need $5,000 to make $5,000. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
How much, Jordan? How much did you spend on your SEO agency pages that are already paying back?
$12 for the domain.
You already
30
you already had, right? Didn't you just put it on a domain you already had, or no? Am I wrong?
No, that domain's 3 months old.
Oh, okay,
I registered that like May 10th.
that's funny.
And it beat out everybody in those cities.
Yeah, some big names, right? that everyone in
some
here would know.
Everyone would know them.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody would know them.
yeah. And you sent that to him. That was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny.
But $12 for a domain. How much for content, realistically?
I wrote it myself.
You wrote that yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm too late.
And then I use Kyle's tool,
Yeah, which I mean is a
which I
dollar to
cost
rent.
like it's $1 per run, and I ran it probably 3 times.
Yeah, that's about what I ran it.
$3.
Yep. So you're in at $15 and you're already
15
making money.
bucks.
So you spend $15 and say you get a low end client at 500 to rank his local GMB a month.
Yep.
You know, there you go. Do that about 100 times.
The systems work.
anything?
You can do it 100 times.
Yeah, even if we said the name, you'd have to dig to find Jordan stuff because they've got a lot of listings, but Jordan just sniped them out. So
I'll tell you if we meet in Toronto, Katie.
yeah, after you drive down, your eyes are blood. Hopefully, you're coming with someone though, for real.
Don't drive alone.
Yeah, don't make that drive by yourself.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a drive. Yeah, I get tired driving back to Indiana, so
Dude, I get tried driving freaking 2 hours.
yeah. Oh, nice.
Perfect.
How old's your
Oh
son?
yeah, he's already signed up, I think. Yeah, you're already signed up. I forgot. Sorry, it's been a long, short week.
Jordan
Jonathan,
is not at 75 listings. I'm just gonna tell you that's 75 listings that Jordan pays attention to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I had I'd say a year and a half ago, Google decided to close 275 of my listings.
They are in a pretty competitive niche, right? Like
Yeah, I am.
that one.
But-
yeah.
I mean, yeah, 275 was closed, and that hurt a little bit. I hated that. Other shit got hit. That was a bad
Plus-
year.
Plus, there's a huge difference from when I first started at 5,000 listings and doing the grind, and now and
When
doing
when-
less and having
When somebody
better.
killed all the listings with fucking hide my ass.
Yeah.
That was $1 million network, dude. They destroyed it because they logged in with hide my ass VPN. So don't rely on VPNs for your freaking GMB protection. Is the lesson there?
Oh, nice. Eddie just joined. We'll see you there, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, it'll be good to meet you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome, everyone. Any last questions? Yeah, VPNs are toast. Yeah,
My longest drive was 18 hours straight.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think I used to have to do like 14 driving to car show when I was in college.
I was terrified at the last 8 because I had my whole family in the car, and I had to make sure I stayed awake until we got there.
Just
And
have your daughter drive.
Yeah, I love when 10-year-olds drive me to California.
Yeah, they get there quicker.
No doubt.
All right, guys. Any last minute questions before we close it up?
I
Hey,
appreciate
Mark,
everyone
please.
for being on and everyone that jumped on. We'll see you in Greensboro. Hop on tonight if at all possible. Talk to your wife,
You.
children, whoever
on
you need
tonight.
to talk to. It's going to be worth it. It's going to improve, everything about your business. We're going to attack it from all angles. You're going to know how to rank, how to get clients, how to systemize, how to maybe even spend more time with your family, hopefully, once you come to this. So talk it over
Family
with them if
first.
you need to. Get your money in line. Meet us in Greensboro. Bring your wife if you need to. Mine's going to be there. You guys could hang out.
So is mine.
Oh, is she coming? Sure.
I think so.
Sure, she's very excited to speak with my wife. And yeah, it's going to be a good event. Like it's going to be like a family at the end. So it just
But
comes.
seriously, but still, you guys need to let Brad know ASAP because we still got to leave room for people that need to come.
Yeah,
So,
if you have a +1, please let us know right away.
Yep. Just shoot me a message on Skype, or if you've gotten an email, you can reply to that. I'll see it from me. I should see it. Any of the Brad at nfgseo.com.
That's
I'll
not
get
a real
those.
person, so.
Yeah. I'm a cyborg or whatever they call them. I'm a caveman
Get out of
cyborg.
the-
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Mike.
thank you.
Brad.
Thank you.
And have a great night, everyone. Peace.
Take care, everyone.